Harappan civilization. Students, let us now study about the ancient river valley civilizations. All of us should be proud to know that Indian civilization is one of the most ancient civilizations of the world. For a very long time, the world and even the Indians were not aware of this fact. So how did we and the world come to know about it? In 1920, the Archaeological Department of British India undertook the excavation work under the guidance of Sir John Marshall. This was done after the discovery of some remains during the laying of the Lahore-Multan railway line construction in Punjab. After the excavation work, an unknown but rich ancient Indian civilization was discovered. The newly discovered civilization came to be known as Harappan civilization, because Harappa was the first site where its remains were found. This civilization was situated on the banks of the river Indus, so it is also known as the Indus Valley Civilization. Dr. Dayaram Sahani discovered some ancient seals at Harappa. Rakhal Das Banerjee found similar seals at Mohenjo-daro, also called the Mound of the Dead. When archaeological excavations at these two places were further carried out, it brought to light extensive remains of ancient cities. Two of the earliest sites were Harappa in the Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in the Sindh province. Both these places are now in Pakistan. Similar discoveries were made at Kalibangan, Lothal, Surkodda, Dholavira, Daimabad, etc. in western India. About 1400 such sites of Harappan civilization have been located in the Indian subcontinent, and the historians and archaeologists continue to discover newer sites. On the basis of Willard Frank Libby's carbon-14 or C14 dating technique, the Harappan civilization period dates back to 2700 BC to 1500 BC. To our surprise, these discoveries revealed that this civilization was not rural but a well-developed urban civilization. Harappan civilization is considered to be an urban civilization since the city or the town was the chief center of all human activities. The common features at different sites include town planning, drainage system, seals, pottery, ornaments, etc. Town planning. The Harappan civilization was well advanced in town planning and architecture. We will be awestruck when we learn about their way of systematic town planning. Let us learn about their houses, protective walls, roads, drainage system, great bath, docks, granaries, etc. Houses. There were two major sections of the city, the administrative and the residential. The residential section of the city was divided into various wards or blocks. Each ward had approximately 20 to 30 houses. Houses were built of baked bricks. Some of the houses had 2 stories. Every house was spacious. Each house had a courtyard and a bathroom. There were bathrooms even on the second floor. Besides these, there were other buildings too. Some wells had been discovered in the backyard of these houses. Protective walls. Each city or town had a protective wall around it. The protective walls were wide and they were built of baked bricks. Huge castles were constructed to the western side of the protective wall to protect the town from external attacks. This shows their awareness for self-protection. Roads. Parallel roads ran through the town. These roads were wide and intersected each other at right angles. Houses in each ward were built at a fixed distance from one another. Each house had an approach road. The approach roads were connected to the main roads in the town. Main roads were wide enough to allow two carts to pass each other. There was also provision for street lighting. Drainage system. For the disposal of the drainage and rainwater out of the town, there were public drains, which were constructed a meter deep underground on the sides of the road. It was built by stones and baked bricks. The house drains emptied all wastewater into the street drains. The sewage was carried through the drains out of city limits. Drainage system was one of the unique features of Harappan civilization that was rarely found in any other contemporary civilization. The Great Bath. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro measured 12 meters in length, 7 meters in width, and 2.5 meters in depth. The outer walls of the Great Bath measured between 7 to 8 feet in width. Provisions were made for separate changing rooms, disposal of used water, and bringing clean water into the bath. This implies that Harappans were well aware of sanitation. Docks. The available evidence shows that the Harappans were trading people, and they also had the knowledge of shipbuilding and sea routes. The remains of a dock have been discovered at Lothal, which measured 270 meters in length and 37 meters in width. One of the seals discovered at Lothal had a figure of a ship on it. Seals similar to those at Harappa have been found in Bahrain and Syria in West Asia. All this indicates that grains and other articles must have been exported to the regions in West Asia. In spite of this trading activity, agriculture formed the backbone of the Harappan culture. At Harappa, the remains of a big public granary have been discovered. It comprised of 2 blocks and occupied an overall area of 55 meters by 43 meters. All these are clearly the indicatives of the advancement in agriculture by Harappan people. Let us now study the socio-cultural life of the Harappans. Social and cultural life. The remains of excavation at Harappa throw light on their social structure, costume, hairstyles, cosmetics, ornaments, entertainment, etc. All these indicate the progress in social and cultural life of the Harappan people. Social structure. Family was the primary unit in the Harappan society. The society was classified into administrators, traders, and common people. As this civilization evolved along the banks of the rivers, farming became the backbone of the people. Clothing and hairstyles. The excavated statues, prints on earthen pots, pictures on the seals, different size of needles, and the remains of cloth show that the Harappan people had the knowledge about clothing. Similarly, the statues reveal different hairstyles. The Harappan men trimmed their beard, parted their hair, and women had various hairstyles. They wore clothes made of cotton and wool. Costumes. A makeup box was discovered at an excavated site at Harappa. It included a bronze mirror, ivory combs, hooks, hairpins, lipsticks, sticks to color eyebrows, etc. The necklace made of gold, bangles, waistbands, rings, etc. were discovered at the excavation sites. The statue of the dancing girl had bangles and a necklace. Both men and women used ornaments. All these are signs that this civilization was an advanced one. Means of entertainment. Adults entertained themselves with games such as dice. They took pleasure in dancing, singing, hunting, animal fighting, etc. There were variety of clay and metal toys for children. The Harappans' love of artistry is evident from their beautiful toys like movable ox, bullock carts, bird-shaped whistles, rattles, ornaments, seals, etc. Religious beliefs. The objects discovered at excavated sites display the religious beliefs of the Harappan people. These objects were seals, statues, fire altar, funerary customs, etc. As farming was the prime occupation, Earth was supposed to be the mother goddess. They worshipped various forces of nature like sun, water, fire, trees, etc. The fire altar found at Kalibangan in Rajasthan shows that they worshipped fire. The Harappans practiced yoga, worshipped Pashupati, trees, cobra, bulls, other animals, and Mother Goddess. The Harappan people worshipped idols. However, there were no temples. In some of the towns in Harappan civilization, there were public baths. There prevailed a practice of taking holy bath in Harappa. Later, this became an inseparable part of Indian culture. They believed in life after death. They used to bury their dead with some religious rites and put ornaments and urns with the dead bodies before burial. Over 2,000 seals discovered so far bear some script on them. But this script has not been deciphered so far. It is generally believed that they had some religious significance. Then how did such remarkable civilization just vanish? In the course of time, the cities and towns of the Harappan civilization seem to have been destroyed by natural calamities like floods and earthquakes, enemy attacks, or some unknown causes. The people of Harappa then migrated to the adjoining regions. They are believed to have laid the foundation of the Chalcolithic culture in India. Maharashtra also witnessed this extended Chalcolithic phase.